Hello, VOD. Welcome back, everybody. Hello, Nuke Boy. Hello, Necker. Hello, Ninja Star. Lennox. Moose Doggy. Zents. I'm only Peter with the first time chat. Hello. Hecking Lawnmower. Coulet Pipon with a drink. A lake localized entirely within this cup. Blad Guru. Hello. Nefo with the first time chat. Hey, Lacey. Hello, Ninja Star. I don't know if I said hi already. Portal. Hello. Spilled, hyper, how's it going? Drifter, hello Drifter. Frozen Focus and BB Grape with the first time chat. Denny Yurfi, hello. Cats Rule Schools. That's a great name. With the first time chat. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another day of Superflat survival. Actually, specifically, welcome back to day 24 of Superflat survival. Today we have a very menacing ritual on our hands, and we also have some other stuff that I need to talk about today. But I don't like I kind of want to just get into it because I'm really excited about this aforementioned ritual that is, maybe a little bit scary, maybe a little bit arcane, that you guys definitely don't know anything about. Um, it all starts. Well, where does it all start, honestly? Let's sleep first. That's a good idea. And spilled. We will talk about this. Let me wait for people to get on first, and then I will elaborate on that. So yesterday we got up to a lot of magic, and a lot of these things are going to help us today. There's going to be a trend of magic doing insane things that are going to help us with progression today. The first one that I've been waiting for forever is last stream we made an enchanting table. The enchanting table has a very little known use on Superflat, and we needed to make this. It's MV recipe. It has the dense obsidian plate. It's got a bunch of thaumcraft stuff, but it's going to allow us to do something very interesting. And I don't know why I slept, because that's actually going to be a problem. Moosagi said, "Made my first EBF in my world. Congratulations! That's huge. That's hard. That's like one of the first big. I feel like once you get over the EBF, the next big thing is Flatline and IV, and then if you get over that, you're basically to Stargate. You're basically there, in my opinion. Let's start collecting things. I don't know why I slept because I actually need to do this at midnight, but I guess, it is what it is. This thing has been printing out vacuum tubes and diodes. I literally have stacks and stacks back home. I actually would kind of recommend making this eventually if you have the resources. It's a lot of circuits. Maybe not in like a normal playthrough, but it's been nice. And then we also have our green sapphire that we need and a good deal of olivine, which will be nice for today. But what I'm here to collect is diamonds, because I have no other good way to collect diamonds right now, unfortunately. Hello, Samsa. How's it going? How good are those void seeds for NH? I don't know what void seeds you're talking about, honestly. I don't think I have void seeds. We'll grab this. We're gonna grab 8 redstone. How are you doing, Samsa? How's your playthrough going? Let's grab 8 fences as well, because that can't hurt us. And then I think I need grass or like dirt. I'm not... Maybe I'll grab actual grass. Let's do this and then I'll grab 8 grass from out there. Little Tiles is improving every day and I'm all for it. Yeah, I saw that someone, and by someone I mean Pineapple, added, Little Tiles. I know Pineapple added microblock support to the matter manipulator, which is huge. I didn't make a field of diary because, I don't know, it's kind of annoying. I probably should at this point, or I should just make a mob farm. I need one more piece of dirt. Okami, we just went over plans for today, and we will be executing them forthwith. All right, there we go. I think that's pretty much everything we need for today. We do need an obsidian stick later. No reason why. Don't ask. But how do we make the random things obsidian stick? Obsidian rod. I guess we just obsidian tool rod this. Gonna keep the cursed earth for a witch farm. I don't know if I like honestly I'm living a very happy life with no mob farms on this playthrough. I like obviously setting up a mob farm would be cool and it would give me a lot of resources, but I think this run is kind of differentiated from runs like Goose's run because I don't have to use a mob farm and I find that kind of interesting. But maybe that's just me. Can I just rod extrude this? Is anyone gonna stop me? Yeah, it looks like they want to stop me. Oh, I could have just solidified it. Silly me. Well, I guess we're doing this the long way. I'm gonna stop you. I will explain the division sigil in just a bit. We actually got that way, way earlier. That was like right at the beginning. Somehow. Very, very fucking lucky. I don't think I can actually. I don't have a mold for this, and I don't feel like making a rod mold currently. TBH, having to rely on random stuff happening is kind of bad game design. I don't have to rely on this for the div sigil. I could spawn a wither. That's another option to get this. And that's forced. I haven't yet. And I think there's like a really easy way to get wither skulls with crops. Yeah, there's the wither reed, which I could very easily set up. I already have it, so like why not, right? I will go over that recap. Okay, that's a weird quest. I will go over that in when I talk about all of this. There we go. Okie dokie. So, today we have a couple of things for well, how am I going to say this? I collected a couple of God, my text just went off. I collected a couple of things that we're going to use today. The first thing is the division sigil. Now, I have to say, I did get extremely lucky in having this drop. This drops from witch circles, which have this mineshaft corridor drop table, and this drops at a 0.17% chance, which is really not good. And that might be like, 9 times 0.17 per witch circle because there's 9 slots. But there is another way to get this if you don't have this, which is to spawn the wither. You can get wither skulls via wither reed in LV and soul sand we already have. So this is another option if you want to follow along and you don't have the insane RNG. But today we are going to do the division sigil ritual, which is a strange mystical ritual that allows us to make unstable ingots. And these things we can craft into something very, very special, which is the healing axe, which is a very famous part of GTNH. The healing axe, when you hold it, gives your hunger shanks back. It just regenerates them passively. Now, the normal way that people do this is they go into the quest book, they go all the way down to, is it feeding yourself? Where is that healing axe quest? Yeah, right here. They gather gardens from everywhere, the nether ground gardens, berry gardens, desert gardens, a bunch of tofu, and a bunch of different meals. And once they turn this in, that allows them to get the healing axe from the quest book. But I think that this way is much better. And now that we have the enchantment table, we can actually do it. So, We have one more piece of this puzzle. I need to nab a passive mob. So let's go get that. Hello, Darkness Crafted. Hello, I finally caught up in VODs, so now I can watch the streams. I've been watching your videos and VODs since before Stargate on your previous world, but I haven't caught a stream till now. Well, welcome in. Thank you for popping in today. I'm glad you're here. All right, so I hope that was a good explanation for all the stuff we're doing today. What are we gonna name this sacrificial chicken that we're gonna kill for my healing axe? I feel like Bob comes to mind. You know what I'm saying? Nugget. That's good. That is really good. I love that. So we do actually have to wait for nighttime for this. In the meantime, is there anything I can do? Let's talk about what else we're gonna do today, I suppose. Oh, I have a dink water as well from Moose Doggy. Cheers. Everyone has to drink water, obviously. Yuri, that's a great question. I personally never bother with the Healing Axe quest because you can find enchanting tables in the world if you explore enough in wizard towers. And I just like to do the ritual ASAP is my goal because that the other way takes a long, long time. And you can do the ritual in like Steam or LV if you find a wizard tower. Oh, I will change the title real quick. I guess I should talk about the other thing that's happening today. The other thing that I have done today or yesterday was I started channel memberships on YouTube. And I have two different variations of channel membership. One is a 99-cent membership for Team Lathe, and one is a 199 membership for Team Extruder. And what I have vowed is that for every person that joins either one of those teams, I will make a lathe or an extruder and set them down somewhere in my Superflat world with your name on it. So if you're interested in getting a YouTube channel membership, go for it. If you want to torture me and make me make 1,000 lathes, that'll fill up my Roth IRA. So like, gotta do what you gotta do. I will not be making them on tier. I'm gonna do IV and MV, or sorry, LV and MV for lathe and extruder. So I do need to make a couple. I'm gonna make the first 5 extruders today because I think we have 13 to do, which is a little diabolical for my current tech level. Okay, so the ritual is set up like so. Grab, I don't know if this grass is needed, but you definitely need an enchanting table. You need to surround this with 8 redstone dust. And then I like to make a little containment pen. We're gonna put poor little Nugget in here. That's our chicken. And when the clock strikes midnight, when this division sigil lights up, we are going to kill poor Nugget and reap the rewards. So we just gotta wait a little bit around here. This thing will light up. It'll be very obvious. Looked more like Gary to me. Nugget is just so good. Nugget is such a good name. Hello, GX Eclipse. How's it going? I have not noticed that there's a quest for SMD components in MV. That actually might be part of the progression, though. I don't see that personally. Does the ritual think it? Oh, yeah, I guess you can shift right click. Area lacks sufficient natural earth. Uh-oh. Okay. I guess I should go over what I just did. You can right click shift right click the enchanting table to see how the activation ritual is doing. It needs more natural earth and it needs to be made at midnight. I'm kind of scared about the natural earth thing. Maybe I should take a backup here. I do not want to blow up my base. Oh, and if I can be super quick about this, I'm gonna take off my backpack and do something funny. Hopefully it doesn't eat all the shit in my backpack. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Oh. Pig backpack, you'll see why. Hello, Spinosauri. Oh my god, do I have enough time? I got 2 hours left. Let's see what the bare minimum of dirt grass needs to be here. Lack sufficient natural earth. Okay, has sufficient natural earth. This is doable. Once that division sigil lights up, all hell is about to break loose, and I'm very scared about it. I'm gonna launch another backup because it can't hurt us. Oh my god, are you guys ready? This is gonna be I'm actually kind of scared right now. Okay, the division sigil is active. Let's go. Ah, cursed earth. All right, I'm gonna try to get a little bit with my pickaxe, because I have silk touch on it. It doesn't seem like mobs are spawning, which is great. I think that's all I want. Maybe 8, 9. Okay, I'm so surprised no mobs spawned there. But as you can see, we have successfully activated the division sigil and have 256 remaining uses. I think I also must have turned my backpack into the pigman backpack, but I guess it didn't happen. I guess that didn't work. Rip Nugget. Rip Chicken Nugget. He died for our sins. So Cursed Earth is interesting because you can use this for advanced mob spawning techniques. You can also use it, you can put it under spawners to increase how many spawns they do. And it's like multiplicative. It's pretty fast. You should definitely try that if you have Cursed Earth. But the main use of the division sigil today is we are going to use this to make our unstable ingots. These things will explode on you in new updates. They fixed the thing. So be very cautious. You have 10 seconds to craft this into something bigger. We are going to make the healing axe today. I have pretty much everything we need. Let's see. Let's just put that up there just so we know. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh. Oh. Oh my god, that was so scary. But now, oh my god, we can finally, after 100 hours of gameplay, we can finally sprint and jump. Do you guys feel as free as I feel? Isn't this amazing? This is ridiculous. I So, that's the number one thing we got out of thaumcraft today. We have freedom. And actually, I want to show you guys something. I made a custom healing axe skin because I was like really interested in this. Someone made one of their own, and I decided to like take a shot at it. So if you guys want to see this, I'm gonna use this for the rest of my playthrough because I think it's really cool. Yeah, because it never leaves our offhand. People like make custom healing axes, which I think is really cool. Oh, thank you, Miss Mazapan Electrico with the Prime sub. All right, this is taking a very long time. I'm kind of scared. I made a Kasane Teto and Bobo healing axe. Oh, I'm so... Why is this not working? I might have to restart my game if this persists. Oh, are we back? All right, I'm just gonna hands off. Okay, there we go. Now check this out. I'm gonna put this in my offhand, and I have the Identity Disc Healing Axe, which I think is cool. Why does it look so damn big? It looks normal in my hand. Maybe a little bit big. But I made it with a little, it's got a little glowing bit that like turns around. I don't know. I'm very proud of this. It is giant. I don't know why it is that big. Okay, well, there we go. We are now free to roam the world. Oh, that's so nice. All right, where are we gonna put all this? Maybe here and here. That, I guess I could just chuck that up there. The redstone back. I'm surprised the lightning didn't affect my pig backpack. I might need to make our little healing axe smaller, which will be kind of sad because I worked really hard to make this look good, and now it's just huge. Why is it that big? I guess that's how items are. You need to re-equip the backpack? Oh, well there we go. Thank you for letting me know that. Now I have the Pigman backpack, which protects me from all fire, which is really nice. So I am now entirely fire resistant. I can pick up a lava bucket, I think. Let's see, do I have a bucket that I can turn into lava? I'm also fireproof now, which is awesome. Life is so good. This is taking up a lot of screen space. I'll probably only use it when I need to, and not all the time. I'll just keep it around. And then I'll probably make it smaller. Okay, back to actual gameplay. Sorry guys, I got distracted there. So we did the ritual, we got our unstable ingots and our healing axe. Now I want to talk about a second thing that magic can do for us. In order to make MV energy hatches, we again need lubricant. And last time we made lubricant, it was a pain in the ass because we took oil and we distilled it. Actually, we didn't take oil, right? We took creosote oil, or we took, what did we do? We took seed oil and distilled it into lubricant 2 liters at a time. And that took fucking forever. But we have a new way to make lubricant, which is to get creosote oil or even normal oil. Where is there a normal oil recipe? And add that to redstone. Where is that recipe? Ah, here we go. Okay, here's the recipe. Redstone dust plus oil equals lubricant, and it's 6.4 seconds for 750 liters of lubricant, which is a fantastic amount of lubricant. It's very quick. This is the best way to do it. The issue that we had is that we needed to make a brewing stand prior, and the brewing stand was locked behind magic, but now that we have it, let's go make it. Okay, so let me grab this. The first step of making anything thaumcraft is going and getting the research. Where is that research? The research for the brewing stand is in the New Horizons tab. So we're going to take that, put it in our research table, and connect the dots. You guys know how this works at this point, but we're just doing it. I think I go Victus, Terra, Vitreous for water. Then we can go Potentia, And I guess we'll just like do that. Oh, that's already connected. I like to go Perditio to vacuous to air to modus. And that brings us to ordo. And then cognitio. I guess we could do ignis to lux, and then we connect it. So that's our research. We now can make the brewing stand. The next part is gathering the material, so let's go do that. I hope you keep your contract exhausted wands going forward, since you can swap the wand caps on them. With a research, they're basically free great wood wands. I did not know that, but I will keep that in mind because I've been looking into how we're going to get our next wand, and I think cap swapping is like the way to go. All right, so we need a cauldron, circuit 7. We need 2 long blaze rods. Um, tier 3 HV. Is there another way I can get blaze rods? I really don't want to do this, but I guess I will. Fire beetle. Yeah, I guess this is our only option here. I guess we could do blaze reed. How hard is it? It's tier 6, 25% chance. What's the quickest thing I can do right now is the issue I'm having. How did I get my first 2 blaze rods? Huh. One sec, let me change the music again. Let's just go fucking beach house, all beach house. Just buy them from the vending machine? I think that's an HV trade. Yeah, unfortunately that is an HV trade. I guess we should eventually make blaze reeds, and now we have netherrack, so shouldn't be too hard. Peck forager? We might. Hold up. Let's see about this guy. I haven't checked out the Peck Forager trades yet. Rare treasure. Native lead cluster. Hold up, I need to clear up my inventory. That looks like it's gas though. Why did he give me an iron door, is my question. Give them fine gold wire. I think gold is in more high demand than emeralds are right now. Does it do something specific, or is that just the more efficient way? Let me put the golden lasso away as well. Silverwood sapling. That's our first. Okay, he's done. He needs more incentive, more profit incentive. Come on, buddy. Is that not enough emeralds for you? There you go. Native iron cluster, greatwood sapling. We actually have 0 access to these otherwise, and I think that completes a quest. Or it should. In the thaumcraft tab. Oh, I need logs. Never mind. Let's see what we got. This is some interesting stuff that he's giving me. I'm kind of intrigued. I'm gonna put this, and this back. I like the knowledge fragments. These are good. You can profit since they drop gapple. Oh, that's true. I have gotten a lot of golden apples from the other one. Huh. That's smart. We got one blaze rod. One more to go. I love gambling. I like these native clusters. What can I even do with these? I guess I can only smelt or melt them. Nothing more. Yeah. Never punished. Second blaze rod. It's too easy. Thank you for pointing that out, chat. That was a great, great idea. Put the mana beans here. I guess we should scan these random potions. Can't hurt, right? And then I guess I could scan all those clusters. There we go. Hello, Wind Warrior. How's it going? You can purify them. What do you mean by purify? Oh, I think that's only the other way around. What is going on up here? Why is there like a... Oh, I forgot to turn on the water. Hello, Wind Warrior. First time catching stream, not fully caught up in the VODs, but I'm glad to have caught you live. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for joining me, my friend. Sorry, I'm very distracted right now. My brain's off. We had a 2 in the morning call last night that took a while. It was advanced life support call, so we were out there. Hello, Harv. How's it going? Okay, so what did we need? We needed our wrench. We made the cauldron. We need to make some long blaze rods, because of course we need to make long blaze rods. We also need 2 aluminum rings, 2 aluminum rods, and then 2 aluminum screws, which I think we're going to use the cutting machine to cut this rod in half right now because I'm lazy. There we go. And then we're going to use the disgusting, the loathed, the despised LV lathe to make our screws. Don't tell anyone I did that. I am an EMT, RB. I'm a volunteer EMT at a local station. Lathe is my wife. That's a crazy statement. Thank you for letting us know. You know, I will keep the contract on this one. I was destroying my other ones, but we'll keep one without contract. I guess. So now that we have the research and all of the items, we're gonna plug our brewing stand into here, and obviously this has a little bit of a viz cost, but we're just gonna tank it and make our first brewing stand. Blub blub blub. Blub blub blub. And then the next step, we're gonna pop on over. What is the next step? We gotta actually make the damn advanced brewery, right? Oh yeah, I also wanted to say the reason I handcrafted the healing axe is because they fixed the crafting station bug that allowed you to have stable, unstable ingots. They like totally fixed it. So people in the future are not going to be able to do that. And I don't want to explode a bunch of people. So I just wanted them to be forewarned. You know what I mean? 2 copper cable, 2 MV circuits. Oh, we have a pump already. Life is so good. And there is our advanced brewery, which is going to help us get our lubricant. That is thaumcraft perk number 2 of the day. Let's get that thing loaded up, honestly. That's rubber, not oil. Got Soul Lava Bee last night and all the mods 10 to the sky. I've never tried that pack, but I hear it's popular. Yeah, doesn't like NEI auto crafting totally like disable any of the challenge that you would get from unstable ingots now? Because can't you just NEI craft it all out in one big go? Oh my god, that's so much faster than the method that we were doing last year. I'm very happy about this. We need lubricant for a lot of stuff moving forward, and just being able to like knock it out like this is so freeing. It no longer takes 2 hours to get 4 cells of lubricant. So let's follow some quest lines here. I don't know how I want to do this because I got to think about how I would make the video. I guess let's use that lubricant and we're going to get the low power IC and make 2 MV energy hatches to upgrade our electric blast furnace. So let's go grab, we need an emerald lens, which means, no, not the lathe, not the lathe. They can't do this to me. They can't keep getting away with it. Let's take the emerald to a cutting machine. It is lathing time. And we'll take an emerald plate and bring it to the LV lathe. Gross. Uh-oh, do I need to make an MV lathe? No way. I hate this thing. Ooh, we might have a problem here. Can I even make an MV lathe? Uh-oh. We actually might be a little fucked here. I think I see a way forward. So we have an issue that I was not ready for. Let me talk about this issue. We have an issue to make the ULPIC wafer. We need an emerald lens, which means we need an MV lathe. And the recipe for this MV lathe requires a flawless diamond. Now, in GTNH, a flawless diamond is normally gotten by sifting diamond ore, purified diamond ore, and you get a 12% chance at it, but you guys know this already. We don't even have ores. So, we gotta find another way. And I think there was one way that popped to mind, which was using a laser engraver, but that's HV. The implosion compressor is technically LV, but we need HV circuits to do that. And the final option we have is rooting through the quest book. And I'm actually kind of curious where this quest is. Ooh, shiny armor. Let's take a look around for a bit. Oh, we can certainly do this. It will just take us years and years to make the diamond plate. Where is that other fit for a king thing? tier 0.5 steam. Oh, well, that's not happening. Uh-oh. It's gonna take us a long time. Alright, so I guess the solution is we gotta do this Ooh Shiny Armor quest. Oh, that's optional. But this is a crafting task, so that's not optional. Okay. Okay, we can do this. The plates will take a long time. It'll take 384 seconds for 9 diamond plates with lubricant in an LV cutting machine. So we need 24 of those. It's gonna take us a little bit. Let's, oh, we don't even have diamonds either. There's so much wrong with this whole situation right now. Why no Twilight? There's no dimensions. Quest reward gives a stack of purified diamond ore? Yeah, but I think I already claimed a different quest. We could check. Yeah, I already claimed something different in the sifting machine, I think. I could be wrong here. Have I not? No, I think I did. I think I got the ruby ore. We're out of diamonds, which is kind of awkward. I think I can trade for diamonds. Let's go see about that. Who's leading the race? Laser extruders? It's most definitely the extruders by a long run. I'm very surprised. So about that diary, it might be time. Genuinely might be time. I think these merchant villagers have a chance to give me a diamond trade. I just gotta find them so they don't run away from me and like die or something. I don't know why my screen just turned black, but that's not, it's a little foreboding. I gotta say, this one's it's a little bit of a weird bug. Why is it doing that? Hmm. This is definitely a new bug, chat. I gotta say. Have you guys ever seen this? Yeah, reverse flashbang villager bug. That's crazy. Hmm. I'm really either getting unlucky or I'm misremembering. I think I'm getting unlucky. There we go. Attaboy. This is fucking expensive, but you know what? I need it anyway, so. We need 27 diamonds, I think, total. They added dark mode to flashbangs. 9 is socializing. Hey, where are you going? Hey. Did I just teleport that dude into the ground? I mean, okay, something is fucking awry in my world. Spontaneously, like, not being able to see is just kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. Have you made the olivine seed for asbestos? No, I'm letting that all, we have 18 olivine right now, so I'm letting it all percolate before I get into it. Okay, we're almost there. Did the other merchant die? Seems unlikely. Come on, dude, I need you to lock in. There we go. 27 diamonds. That was a little painstaking, I'm not gonna lie, chat. Let me through. Get out of my way, bro. These guys are crazy. Okay, let's put these in the compressor to make blocks. I'm gonna grab some lube from over here. Don't worry about it. I'm also gonna grab the plunger here to get rid of the water. And we'll just load this thing up. The cutting machine can take multiple different fluids for most recipes. Dimensionally shifted superfluid, that's gonna take us a while. But we certainly can get our hands on lubricant instead of water. And lubricant halves the recipe time, which is very helpful. So that's going to take 192 seconds per block. So we're going to have to find something else to do in the meantime. I think it might be time to start working towards our first five extruders that we got via channel memberships. There's a lot more than 5 that we have to do, but I'll do a counter after, but I guess I can fill you guys in again. I have enabled YouTube memberships, and for the small price of 99 cents or $1.99, you can choose either Team Lathe or Team Extruder, and I will make a lathe or an extruder with your name in it or on it somehow within my Superflat world. So if you want to torture me and make me make 1,000 LV lathes, now is your opportunity to make 1,000 bot accounts and really, really dig in, you know? I'm gonna do LV lathes and MV extruders, and I should probably just have these on auto. That's actually pretty cheap. You know what? That's not gonna be so bad. We need to make 5 of them though, which is kind of diabolical, but you know, we'll live. I can't wait to get to AE2 because then I can just like auto craft them all out. That will be very nice. The first thing I think we're gonna need to do is make a huge batch of circuits because I got a lot of these to get through. Let's see. Let's do this, and let's call this the decraft of this. Missing items, that. Missing items, steel plate, copper wire, MV circuits. God. Or magnetic steel rods. Uh-oh. We got a lot of crafting ahead of us, chat. Do we have a circuit assembler? I do have an LV circuit assembler, so not all is lost. Great Minecraft mod packs consist of you figuring out ways to do long tasks that have unnecessary waiting while already doing long tasks that have unnecessary waiting. I mean, yeah, pretty much. You're doing unnecessary waiting So that way you're incentivized to do other unnecessary waiting. You know what I mean? Like it's just you just do a bunch of unnecessary waiting in different spots. We do need to make some copper wire here, like coated copper wire. Could definitely trade for some. We definitely have a lot of molten rubber though, so I think I'm just gonna do these the old-fashioned way. In older versions, you could trade coins for ore blocks. Hold up. Is this guy cooking? There's manganese and calcite, but there is no diamond yet. I do think technically we would have needed to unlock the diamond quest in Steam Age. And maybe, yeah, that would unlock the vending machine exchange. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do this for a little while. I do like the manganese. There's definitely a better way to do that, though, which we're going to talk about today. I think I have everything, hopefully, other than like 2 MV circuits. All right, now we need to do a big batch of MV circuits, which is going to be a little painful, but we'll make it happen. Uh, we, I'm just gonna dip into the circuits we have today. We need to make some good circuit boards. Should we do this the real way with iron 3 chloride now? Or persulfate? Are you guys persulfate enjoyers? I don't really like sodium persulfate. Bisulfate, salt, sulfuric. Sulfuric acid is a pain in the ass with early chem reactors. Or iron 3 chloride is hydrochloric plus iron. Seems kind of like a steal here. An average iron 3 chloride enjoyer in the flesh. Let's go. I do need to save some slots. I have 3 generators on that, so. You see me jumping for joy? Oh my god, it's so nice. I'm no longer constrained. Okay, so it seems like we just pop this in here, low genuinely, and add some empty cells. Iron 3 chloride, baby. Your stream music is very melancholic, not complaining. I like it. I just specifically noticed compared to the bubbly stock music of other streams. Yeah. You know, I'm depressed. No, this is the type of music that I love. I don't think, I don't know, bubbly stock music doesn't really do it for me. That's why I only stream Twitch. Because then I can stream my own music, or like music that I like. Do we have phenolic circuit boards? No, but we can probably very easily make them, right? I actually made this, Kazune. I made the skin myself. I'm very proud of it. Hello, Crafty. How's it going? Okay, this is a circuit 1 craft. Yoink, yoink. Phenolic circuit boards. And then we get the gold foils eventually. We actually have a ton of diodes, luckily, because Life is good to us, and all of the automated gambling pays off. Look at how many vacuum tubes and diodes I have from automated gambling. Isn't that awesome? So that solves a huge portion of what makes MV circuits hard. Now we just need some copper wire. Have you tried playing some of your songs on instruments before? They don't. They're electronic or they're for other people. You know, like orchestra pieces. Damn, this fucking takes forever to make these phenolic circuit boards. What else is running? Our diamond plates are almost done. Let's go. I'm gonna finish what we're up to though. I wanna get the first 5 MV extruders. And then also we need like to name them somehow. And I was thinking for now, we make an anvil and we place. Can we make a thaumium anvil? Maybe. Thaumium screws, thaumium plates. And we place an emerald in it with your name and then we put it in the extruder. That was my idea. I'm not sure how strong of an idea it is, but well, that's what we can do for now. 2 iron screws, 5 iron blocks, 2 iron plates. What is automated gambling? Chat, you guys want to show him the automated gambling or tell him what the automated gambling is? Stop subbing up plates for cast iron. All right, we have the anvil. Yeah, it's called T-search. The ability to search for stuff. Okay, so we have our advanced chemical reactor with phenolic circuit boards, and we can pop in our iron 2 chloride, iron 3 chloride, and this is finally using the light gold recipe. Instead of using tons of gold, it uses very little. Although, I think I'm pretty rich as far as gold goes. So I don't really know if I need to be saving gold at the cost of hydrochloric acid. You know what I mean? Also, these gold foils are slow. Like, maybe we just stick to the inefficient recipe, which is doing this. It's not that bad. You can use one of the Tinker's tables for item renaming for free. Hold up. I remember exactly what you're talking about. Don't we have one of those tables around here? I know what you're talking about. How do we make that thing? Is it a tool station? Is that what it is? Tool station or tool forge? Okay. You guys have an ad break in 9 seconds, so I'm gonna just keep crafting this stuff out in the background. Don't mind me. And then once you guys are back, I will get back up with you guys and finish these MB machines. T-search. Cheers. Trying to find something to talk about ends up in what feels like attempted interrogation. Don't worry, that is my job. I appreciate you for looking out for me. I'm a pretty introverted guy normally, honestly. Do you play any other games or just locked into GTNH? I liked Marathon, the Bungie game. I used to play a lot. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? Where did you guys come from? I'm fireproof, luckily. I hate zombie horde mechanics, man. Horde mechanics PMO. So I've been playing Marathon. Um, Way back in the day, I used to play a lot of Destiny. So me and my friend Leaf got into Destiny, and then we were friends through that. And then he got me into GTNH. I've been playing a lot of Soda Dungeon recently, which is a really silly, like it's good, but it's kind of silly. It's like a number go up game. My girlfriend has been playing a game called, oh God, what is it called? Paralives, I think is what it's called, which actually looks pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. Paralives does look like ball. It's nice to see and nice to hear. Nice to be nice. Feels rare on the vast internet. I didn't really think about it that way. Does the healing axe not work with backhand? For some reason, pressing F, I need to press F twice to get backhand working. But it also just takes up a lot of space. So I don't want to keep it in my main inventory all the time. For you guys. Let's make our first 5 MV extruders from donators. And I'm going to get the tool forge here. Let me pull up the list of names of people who joined, the first 5 members. I remember this specifically. It was, hold up. I think it was, firstly, the name is 68206. He was here. We also had, was it Spilled Pine? Unfortunately, the member thing doesn't show me exactly when people started like their membership. It kind of groups them all by day. So I might mess this up here. But you guys were chatting. Spilled Pine 8748. Shout out to Spilled Pine. I know Annie Pendragon was there. My mod. KNAAG. You were there in chat early. You got your channel membership. KNAAG. And let's see. I think That's Quackers was the last one. Let's get That's Quackers dash I3U. And those are our first 5 channel members to get to Team Extruder, my favorite team, obviously. Where do we want to put these guys? We have like a lot of open space over here. I think I'm gonna put them here for now. So thank you to all of my first 5 donators. I'm 5 out of, I don't know, like 14 more extruders that I need to make. Let's go. Thank you, That's Quackers. Thank you, the name is 6. Thank you, Spilled Pine. Thank you, Annie Pendragon, my mod, always there for me. And thank you, Knag. So if you want an extruder or a lathe, it's going to take me a while to get to all of these because it's a lot of resources in the tier that I'm at. But if you become a channel member, you can choose between one of these 2 options. Aikashimda. Sorry, I didn't catch your first time chat earlier. You asked the biggest challenge in Superflat run so far. That's a good question. I think the beginning, making an area where the slimes weren't harassing me was pretty hard. That was a challenge. Let's put this back here, that in there. Anvil can go in here, hammer here. Working on the Bose-Einstein, we're crying. I do enjoy a good incremental game every so often. The last one I played was called Orb of Creation. That sounds fun. Yeah, I love number go up games. Okay, what should we do first? I guess the first thing to do is let's grab our diamond plates and we're gonna pop in and finish this armor quest, which should give us a flawless diamond. Where is that quest again? Without dying. So we need to craft a diamond helmet, chestplate, leggings, and boots. That should be very easy. I think I need a hammer for all of these. There's that. That. Oh, okay. My bad. It's that. And then I'm assuming this is the last recipe. There we go. That should give me that quest, which should allow me to claim a flawless diamond or two. And that's going to allow us to make the the MV lathe. Hate that thing. It's going to be gross. I'm not excited, but we do need it for progression, sadly. Er, eh, gross. Kill this thing. Should check out Incredicer. I haven't tried that one. Ugh, don't even get me started on this lathe. I'm just pissed off that I have to go near this thing. Ugh, still no filing in MV. I'm putting you in the worst spot in the house, lathe. And you're gonna be forced to make our first lens here. 60 seconds to make an emerald lens. I don't need the forming press right now, so I'll just yoink that real quick. And then we need some wafers, which I don't remember where I put my wafers. Team Lathe. Don't you dare say that in my chat. Mods, get this Team Lathe sympathizer. We cannot be allowing this to happen. Incredicer. It's a dice flip incremental game. All right, hold up. You got gambling and a number go up game in one? I might need to check that out. If you put that in my Discord, I'm gonna take a look at that. Fuck you, Lathe. Sorry, that was too heated. I apologize. We need to make one ultra low power IC wafer using our newly found emerald lens and our advanced precision laser engraver. What did the lathe ever do to you? Dude, don't even get me started. I will spend all day talking about this. We're going to take our ULPIC wafers and cut those up into circuits, I guess. You just pissed off the lathe gang. When does the lathe get good? It never gets good. Because later you need to do quartz rods for okay, it literally just gets worse. Later on you need quartz rods. And you make these in the lathe, insert as quartz rods, because you need these for AE2. You like literally need these. And it's the worst. They take forever. A Certus quartz rod takes 24.5 seconds for one, and you need like thousands. I hate the lathe. I hate the lathe. I'm sorry I can't hear you over the sound of your useless machines making dust. True. Drink water. Cheers, Crafty. There's our first ultra low power ICs, which we're going to use to make our MV energy hatches. Of course, it gives me an emerald and a Terra lens. Can I do anything specific with the Terra lens that I can't do with emerald? It doesn't seem like it. I do see these ASOCs. Is that also emerald? Yeah, that is also emerald. So I think I want to go loot bag here. Now what's stopping us? Oh, we still don't have the lubricant quest from LV that... wait, hold up. MV Energy Hatch requires and lubricant. Somehow, even though we've made the LV Energy Hatch, we apparently do not have lubricant. Where do I even find this quest? Thank you for the Prime sub, ESX. I really appreciate that. Oh, I just needed to hold 8 cells of lubricant? Oh my god. Well, now that we have the Lubricant Destroyer 9000, that should be very easy. Finally. I think I'll take the loot bag. And then we'll go back to MV. And here we go. We're ready. We are so ready. All I need to do is make 2 of those, which should be actually really easy. Let's get our 4 magnetic steel rods. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need some fine aluminum wire, which is 1 to 8, which means we need 8 ingots worth. Let's empty out our inventory real quick of the random detritus. Grab that, put those there. Armor there, plates there. Hammer goes back. Destroy this small pile of emerald dust that the lathe gave me. We already have the advanced assembling machine, so this should be like a fucking walk in the park here. We have pumps, we have cables. This should be so easy, honestly. Shmev is asking, as someone who doesn't play GT, what is the comparison between the lathe recipe and other alternatives? I mean, it's not that there's... For some things, there's other alternatives. Like, let's look at one very simple one. Steel rod. Can I just get a normal steel rod, please? Please? Genuinely cannot find steel rods. I think we're out of shit out of luck. Damascus steel, steel rod. Holy moly. Okay. Imagine this. You put your ingot in the extruder, and in 5.6 seconds, you get 2, not 1, 2 steel rods back. Now the lathe, you put your steel ingot in, and even if you have an MV extruder, or MV lathe, it takes 7 seconds to get 1 steel ingot to give you 1 steel rod, and this shitty little pile of steel dust that I don't even want to deal with. So that's the beef. Oh, I have an MV extruder. What are you talking about? I've been had it. I even made 5 more for our team extruder members, our first 5 team extruder YouTube joiners. Where's Annie? Annie, I think we gotta put Annie in the middle because Annie's been my mod forever. Sorry, Pine. We've got our medium voltage coils. We've got our PIC wafers. We just need to make some machine casings. So we're out of plates. Should be easily amended. While we're here, I might as well just pop these in this one as well. Double the speed. Okay, I might already be on Team Extruder. That seems silly. It is silly. And the kick, the absolute kicker is that the lathe has fewer recipes than the extruder. So it's like more specialized to make rods and yet still worse at making rods. That's the whole beef. Okay, so now that we have our magical lube, we have our ULPIC wafers and an assortment of progression, we can finally make 2 MV energy hatches, which we are going to put on our EBF in order to make higher tier metals. And we're going to use magic to do even that. So hold with me. We do need to make 4 MV generators here. Reminder that each of these energy hatch takes 2 amps of energy. That's how we overclock. So we do need to make 4 more advanced combustion generators. We're missing some stuff here. I'm assuming it's just plates. Hello, Mihagis. How's it going? Lathe just has aura loss. You know what I'm saying? I think Nine secretly loves the lathe. He says he hates it, but adds it as one of the teams you can choose when you subscribe to YouTube. I do that for a very tactical reason. And the tactical reason is that you guys hate me and like to see me suffer. So I'm trying to profit off of the hate incentive. You know what I'm saying? How much aura do you have? Very serious question. I have 0 aura. I have no aura, no money, no nothing. I'm just a funny guy. Oh, we have 24 small gears. That'll last. Lathe enemies to lovers arc. I mean, when I make the big lathe, like the thick lathe, that one's not so bad. There's the industrial precision lathe. And I do not mind the industrial precision lathe that much because it has 400% speed and 8 parallels off the rip. So this does make up for some of the issues that I have with the lathe. The thick lathe gets a pass just on account of being thick and very easily wall shared. Might as well chuck those in as well. Missing items. We are missing some cupronickel, which I can do this recipe and craft it down from this. Does that solve the cupronickel? The other issue is copper wire, or cable, more precisely. Back to circuit 24 with ye. There we go. You have the aura of a composer, though. The one thing you learn in life is that nothing you know is true. Well, not really. No lesson learned is permanent. How about that? And I think very, very close to that, very analogous to that is no aura gained is permanent. So if I have zero aura to begin with, I can't lose any, right? It's actually mind games. It's mind games. Does anyone watch JJK? Speaking of aura and hype moments, my girlfriend has been watching JJK with her little brother. And I really love JJK. I do think my one criticism of it is that it doesn't really have a thesis or substance. It's really good character writing and a lot of hype moments and aura. And that's it. And good fights. It's not like people talking around like in the DBZ age where, everyone's like yapping for 30 minutes for the entire episode and then they like throw one punch. It's like these people are getting jumped type shit. Um, but yeah, speaking of aura and hype moments, all right, there we go. So let's get a wire cutter out. Let's get a wrench out. We're gonna try. Let me get over here. Now that we have our MV energy hatches, I've gotten also 4 advanced combustion generators because MV energy hatches or all energy hatches take 2 amps each. We're going to try to not explode our EBF and upgrade it to HV tier. Reminder that MV energy hatches each take 128 volts. So if you get 4 amps of 128, you get 512, which is 1 HV amp. So let's deconstruct this thing very carefully. Very, very, very carefully. Chill GTNH streamer turn philosopher. I think you kind of need to be a philosopher to enjoy GTNH. Like, I hate to say it, but like, genuinely, you need to be questioning if you're enjoying life. If you're gonna be playing GTNH. She just finished season 2 with her little brother. The what is that called? The Shinjuku or Shibuya incident. What the hell is happening in Shibuya? Oh, we also need to make some new cables. I guess blue alloy would be nice, but I'm gonna stick us to just some thick copper cables for now. That should work. Thank you for following 9000 JJ man, and thank you for following Basil Cutie. I appreciate that. That's a good name. I love the name Basil Cutie. Okay, so reminder, always also upgrade your cables. Make sure your cables can hold 2 amps each. And you can do this and this to connect those up. The final step, MV energy hatches in the pan and wire them up. And they should have not exploded by now. If I press this power switch, it should tell us that there is no valid recipe found and no maintenance issues. And finally, let's go give us a HV recipe. Let's go find an HV recipe to actually run in this thing. And we're gonna have Magic help us for the 3rd time today in order to do that. These tasks are nothing but task after task. One must imagine Sisyphus happy, right? Okay, let's find the best way to talk about this. So the 3rd way that Magic is going to help us today is that we need to make stainless steel. And we have iron dust covered with XP crafting. Nickel dust is covered with XP crafting. We did our ruby automation, which gave us chrome dust. So I'm very glad we set that up early on because we've got 4,000 chrome dust. That'll last us a long time. The last thing we need is manganese dust. And as usual, it comes in ore form, and there's not very many ways to get this. But what you won't see very easily in NEI is there is a nugget duplication recipe for manganese nuggets for 5 metallum. Now, if you get your first manganese ingot, by, I think what we got it from was World Gen Loot, this dungeon chest thing, which is the witch circles. These have a 3.91% chance of getting 1 to 6, so that's not that bad. You can probably find one if you raid a couple witch circles. We have ours right here. And we should be able to duplicate that up with no problem. So let's go set that up. Oh yeah, we should also probably look into Canthal soon. Nugget mold. Fluid extractor, I hardly know her. NH really makes you think about the indifference of the universe and apotheosis. Uh-oh. Why did I just hear a power fail? Am I hallucinating? I hope I'm hallucinating. That is a warp effect, actually. Funnily enough. How much time do we have? We've only been going for an hour and 30. This is perfect, so I have enough time to do what I gotta do. Huh, my Spotify just stopped fucking working. That's awesome. You can buy manganese ore in vending machines, but these explorer coins are kind of annoying to get, and I don't think there's a easy way to get a lot of these. So I'm gonna hold off on this because I think it's a lot easier to duplicate manganese nuggets, personally. So we're, as usual, going to be very, very careful around this crucible because it will just eat whatever we throw at it. I'm gonna move any very important things out of my hotbar real quick. We know that iron rounds each contain 1 metallum, and in order to duplicate a manganese nugget, it requires 5 metallum each. So I am going to... Let's drop a whole stack in here and just start chucking these bad boys in until we stop getting extra. Okay, that runs out really damn quick. But as you can see, we now have a very easy way to gain manganese for our needs. Let me just... I think we're losing aspects because there's a bunch of other random bullshit that come with these iron rounds. So maybe we need to find a more pure source of metallum. Like I think nuggets or something might be a play here. But I'm gonna keep a stack of these nuggets right here for duping. And then let's solidify these back into ingots so that way we can macerate them down. Is this enough? 8 manganese dust, 8 times 9. Yeah, this should be over a stack. Hold up. I need to make this into ingots. Or, I guess, blocks would probably be the best, but whatever. I guess we'll turn the rest of these into nuggets. Cool, and then we'll macerate using my good old-fashioned steam macerator. Oh man, it's been a while. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe I need one more. Yeah. Thank you for following, Holly Amber. How's it going? So, while that crafts out, let's go grab the rest of what we need for this. We need 48 iron, 8 nickel. Okay, we can definitely do that. So here's 48 iron right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 nickel. Over by our ruby farm, we're going to grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chrome. Very expensive stuff. And finally, Our 8 manganese dust. And this is the third way magic is helping us today by allowing us to get a source of manganese. Now I need to remember real quick. That is circuit 2 in fact. Let's yoink this all in the mixer. And that's going to take a long time. So I guess we'll let that do its thing, or I guess we can wait for the first batch and then throw it in the EBF. Luckily for us, stainless steel does not require high tier coils. It's just HV power. We can run that on cupronickel. But yeah, so we're just going to do that today. And then the last thing I want to do today is make an oxygen farm. So that way we can passive polyethylene tomorrow, because I definitely want that done in MV. So much quality of life today. I like the healing axe is gigantic. Like literally it's gigantic. I think I need to shrink down the sprite, but it is so big for our progression. Actually, it looks kind of goofy, but I kind of like it. Like, is that wrong to I think we're gonna keep it. I think it's fun. Don't change it. Yeah, I like how it looks. Make it bigger. People are going to be complaining about how much screen space it takes up though. I guess I could cut down the sprite very easily because like there's definitely enough space that I could just cut off the outer 3 pixels. I would just need to position it near my hand is the issue. And I don't know. Yeah, I would need to do some experimentation. Let me think about this. Because like axes, the bottom left is where it connects to the hand. I think it would work. I might need to just move it downward, which might end up looking weird. Ah, we'll see. We'll see. If you shrink it too much, it's going to look like an identity donut. Yeah, but that's kind of fun. Okay, here's our first bit of stainless steel dust. We're going to put this in, I don't know what that's doing in there, on circuit 1 because I'm lazy and I don't have oxygen. And this is finally going to run. And check this out. This is an HV recipe. This runs at high voltage, but it's cupronickel coils. But because we have 4 MV energy hatches, which are all running at 128 EU per tick, we have a total composite of over 480 EU per tick and thus can run this HV recipe, which is awesome. Stainless steel is going to be used. Let me pop over here first. Stainless steel is going to be used in the next tier of machine hulls. It's the main material for HV entirely. So we're going to need to manufacture a ton of this stuff at some point. But I'm glad that we got it today. It could help us get some magic upgrades and whatever, but I just want, it's quest book completion, satisfying. I'm enjoying it. Oh, I might need to make another bit of stainless there because I jumped the gun a little bit. Because I got to get that quest first. That's my beef. Cooper instead of cupronickel. I thought I said cupronickel. Did I not say cupronickel? Cupronickel? Chat, is he gaslighting me? Does it not say cupronickel? I feel like I'm being gaslit right now. Chat, can you gaslight Zero back? I think he needs to get gaslit back. I think we need to deploy the gaslighting countermeasures real quick. Cupronickel. Cupronickel. Okay, let's while that cooks out, let's do some other stuff today. I have plans. I do want to move this netherrack farm over one block so it's next to this, all this stuff. So let's do that first. We'll make a little transfer real quick. And then we can make a sugar beet farm. That will be next. And that's how I'm going to get my oxygen this playthrough, is sugar beet into sugar. Majora 20, first time chatter, cooler nickel. I don't know if I said thank you, Phyllis, for the follow, but thank you, Phyllis, for the follow. I appreciate you. Oh, you're saying okay, cupronickel? That's not right. It's cuprum, if you're American. Easy solution is switching to Canthol. That is that is one way to solve this, yeah. We don't have that yet, but we technically can do that very, very soon, actually. I totally forgot about that. That's next, actually. The issue with that is we actually need to get the coils going, but like maybe we can cook some Kenthal today and just run into the issue of the coils so that way I can have it all for a video. Oh, this is gonna take fucking forever. Bear with me. So, how about that airplane food? How do you get mica? It's a great question. That is such a good question. If only I will explain it in due time. That's the joke I was trying to make very unsuccessfully. I like to keep you guys questioning, you know? As long as that's on your mind, you know, it keeps you hooked. It's like a drug. I'm like keeping you addicted, you know? I gotta make sure you stick around. Can I give the answer if I know it? Okay. I cannot stop you doing anything that is not against Twitch terms of service. However, I think the mystery is fun until we get to it. So, do what you will. But I do love a little bit of torture, you know, for my viewers. Aphex Twin is so good. I wish there was clubs that played like old 80s, 90s like house music or like weird IDM like Aphex Twin. I should just like run a club and just DJ it and like play just fucking well, that's basically what this is actually. Music is kind of low. Let me turn it up a little. I do think Aphex Twin did not push the compression super loud on his earlier works, and I think that's like a very common artist early mistake. Even it's a very common like streamer early mistake is not understanding loudness. The loudness war is very interesting to me. Have you guys ever heard of like loudness in a music production sense? Or I guess even in like a stream production sense? Who here knows about loudness? Raise your hand if you know about loudness. I'm about to Teacher 9 is about to teach you guys a lesson about my what is it? Special interest of music. I know dBs are logarithmic. I actually don't think I knew that specific fact, but that does make a lot of sense because a lot of music stuff is logarithmic. Pitch is logarithmic. I know about loud clothes. I don't even know what that means. But I'm glad you know about loud clothes. Let me in. Hopefully nothing spawns on that. I'm gonna go grab a chisel and get a better cobblestone. I'm just gonna be nerdy. But loudness has nothing to do, loudness in the context that I'm talking about it has nothing to do with actual dB. Loudness in my context is something that we talk about in the music industry as a kind of comparison between songs and between things. So if you ever listen to ASMR on YouTube and you're falling asleep and then suddenly a mid-roll ad comes on and it blasts your fucking ears out, that's because the ASMR artist did not understand loudness. Now, loudness doesn't mean just crank the dB, because cranking the dB doesn't work at the end of the day. Someone will just turn you down. What it means is, I want you to imagine this. I could do better. I could do a little bit better. I mean, I guess this gets the point across. I want you to imagine this is my sound wave, right? It doesn't fill in all the cracks. And there's little spikes of it, little bits of it that get really loud. And that's kind of the limit of the loud that we get. We're going to call that 0 dB. No matter what, the loudest thing will be 0 dB. Now imagine, instead, your audio sounded like this. That's going to be fucking loud. The entire thing from front to back is 0 dB. It reaches that peak. And that's what loudness is in the context, in the context that I'm talking about it. It is how dense you make your sound. It's like packing your clothes in the luggage as densely as possible, as opposed to stuffing some weird object that leaves a bunch of air. That's my little nerdy. That's my, yeah, thick waveforms, exactly. That's my little nerdy aside for you guys. And that's why ads sound really fucking loud. It's because they know these principles and they just have it constantly peaking. And what they do is something called compression, which is where when a peak goes above a certain threshold, they cut it down. And that allows the rest of the waveform to be loud in context, in retrospect. So that's my little nerdy aside for today. Microwave .mp3, exactly. That's probably really fucking loud. Because it's a very constant, consistent sound, right? I love my rectangle waves. Yeah, exactly. That's what the EBF looked like. So the old EBF and vac freezer sounds, when I got, I loaded those in because I wanted to make new ones. I think I made a new EBF sound. I'm not sure if it's in the pack right now. But when I got them, from the pack, I ripped them from the jar. They were just bricks. It was so ridiculous listening back to those. And that's why they sound so loud all the time. I don't know what that link is. Actually, I'm very curious. Did I fix the did they port my new sound to the EBF? Let's grab our stainless. That will complete the old quest. And then we can fire that up in the old kiln. Let's unmuffle it. Let's see what happens. My new sound is in the game. All right, hold up. I'm pausing my music so you guys can hear this. Oh, that sounds so good. Not video settings. Back. You guys hear that? That's the new EBF sound. It's a lot chiller. Feels a lot warmer. I was gonna try to get a vac freezer sound, but I wasn't inspired at the time. I didn't find out what I wanted to do with it. Yeah, the hiss is like off-gassing, as if it needs to eject gases. Yeah, I guess we can keep that loud out. I really like that sound. Let's turn the music back on. I need one more cobblestone, which is kind of embarrassing. There we go. Back to planting. I'm getting warm in here. Oh my lord. Healing Tron identity disc? Yeah. Yeah. If you guys want the healing axe texture, I can give it to you. I'm gonna try to make a small variation and see how that looks. And then we'll call it, like, I'll post that in my Discord if you guys are interested. I think it looks sick. I like how it goes with my skin. Thank you for the follow, KnightFOX26. I appreciate you. Where did the rest of my netherrack seeds go? Hot damn. What will be your source for hydrogen? Good question. We'll talk about that. I think I'm going to do something called the phosphorus pentoxide loop, but I haven't made many plans about that just yet. Wouldn't it move away from your FOV if you just rotated the disc a bit? I don't think I can. It's a circle, remember? Rotating it won't exactly help me. I know what you mean though. I'll look into it. Alright, I also want to hook up my netherrack and everything here. We've got harvest, so I guess that's enabled. When that grows, it'll just go. We need to get some more tin item pipes to fix the item routing, as well as 2 translocators. And let's actually do something a little fun. I've been enjoying the series on YouTube. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by to let me know. I didn't actually think about this. I didn't remember this until just now, but magic is going to help us for a 5th time today, as I made us some thirsty tanks yesterday. I made a couple more of these. Okay, let me rephrase this. I made a couple more thirsty tanks, and these things are great. We talked about them yesterday. They basically pull water from nothing, and we're going to use those to power our farms instead of the current 2 gigantic water tanks that we have for each. Let's get the microblock saw. Oh, I got a dink water. Thank you. That's a good call. I made my tanks thirsty yesterday. How thirsty? Let's grab some glass as well. I'm gonna make some glass panels out of this real quick. And we can actually go all the way to covers because I think that'll look even better. I will need liquid translocators. I will need item translocators and tin item pipes. Perfect. I was like, do we have these? Probably not. The answer is yes, we do. And glowstone. Oh my god, thank you, Frozen Focus. I always forget that, and you remembered this time. I appreciate that. What a good day. Thank you guys for joining me today. I'm not leaving yet, but I just wanted to say thank you because I'm enjoying myself a lot today. So I appreciate you guys. I think the best way to do this would possibly be something like this. So we're gonna make a little microblocks thing to hold our water. I guess I can do this and that. And then we're gonna try to slip this water. Can I do this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then I'll go, oh yeah. Perfect. So we built a little holder for the water, and the thirsty tank will just infinitely sip on that and create more. And then from there, we can use a liquid translocator to get that water into the crop manager. I don't think I need to glowstone upgrade this because the speed of the thirsty tank is the limiting factor here. I can disable hydration for now because I actually need some of this water. And then there we go. We also need to do item logistics. Or actually, before I say that, just for editing purposes, I'm going to go do that to all of our other farms, and that will help us out so I can get rid of those big nasty tanks over there. Perfect. Oh my lord. Hello, Cat's Cozy Games. Hello, Raiders. What's poppin'? How is everyone doing today? Welcome in, welcome in. Let's give a little shout out to Cat's Cozy Games, as always. Nope, cats are funny. Cozy. There we go. There we go. How's it going? We just got 82. God damn. You guys are flying. I am doing fantastic. We got the healing axe today, and I have a custom skin for it. It's a little large, but we're gonna work on that. We're gonna make it look a little better. We did magic the other couple days. We just got stainless steel. Our EBF is HV as of today. We're doing really well. I started YouTube channel memberships, which Kat and Vin, you guys should do as well, because I think they're a great way to support your content creators. But yeah, and I have a team lathe and team extruder. For you can join. Oh my God, what am I saying? I have a membership for Team Lathe and a membership for Team Extruder, and our first 5 extruder Team Extruder people came through with $199 a month. And so I had to make 5 advanced extruders today. We've got a lot more coming. But yeah, we got magic, we got everything. How are you guys doing? How is your stream today? Other than AE2? No Team Fluid Solidifier unsubscribed. Yeah, that's real. I understand that actually. How are you doing, Nova? How's it going? Let's get everything item translocated up. Translocator? I hardly know her. Yoink, yoink, yoink. And we do this again so that way we can place a full stack. So normally these item pipes are mostly rate limited by how many items you can get in these per like tick or per insertion. If you put the glowstone upgrade on the translocator, it puts a whole stack in every single time. So that is what we are leveraging today. And that should fill our oak drawer back up very quickly. I think. I see the machines flicking on, so I think we're good to go. Nice. This is perfect. Wonderful. Splendid. Let's hook up water to all the rest of these as well. Just a forehead-shaped dent on my desk from work. That is a good way of putting it. Yeah. Let's do this again. So I have the tank. Let's put our liquid translocator here. I guess I'll hold off on that for a sec. What am I doing? What am I doing? Grab this. And put that in there. There we go. Thirsty tank sipping. Life good. Now we can do that, and we can tear down these bad boys, which are kind of an eyesore. I'm not gonna lie. They're good utility, but they look kind of terrible. Nearly done with my Healing Axe resource pack, but for some reason the texture in my hand is kind of translucent instead of being invisible. I don't know. Maybe look at someone else's pack, because I see there's like a weird translucent, or like it's a weird PNG file that you'll have there that's just blank, and I wonder if that has anything to do with it. It's fluid solidifier above extruder. Once we get the multi-block fluid, oh my god, I am having trouble speaking right now. Once we get the multi-block fluid solidifier, I'll add a membership tier that is fluid solidifier level. The axe head is another texture that you need to make fully transparent. Damn. Oh, I gotta stretch real quick. No, the top tier Blood Guru is a joke tier that no one should ever do unless they have money to throw around, and it's called Don't Worry About It, and it's $99.99 a month. Don't actually do that, please. Unless you are just like rich out the waz, like you've just got fucking money stacked up the gills, and you feel like you want to support me with it. But that'd be pretty fucking big right there. Like 12K a year. Sorry, 1.2K a year is, it's like, that's like a it's a whole fourth of my current income. Oh, does it look like I'm sweating on camera? Okay, I am kind of sweating, but I think we'll ball because it doesn't really show. No, it is sense, I think. Bald. Ain't no way Vin just lurking the whole time, and then he gets me with the bald. That's fucking crazy. That is insane. Get a load of this guy. Okay, I think I can do... Okay, wait. I'm gonna see if I can hot swap this. This is like not a good idea. Oh my god, why was that so fast? Oh fuck. Everything went wrong. Maybe I can just... and then grab a little bit of water from here. And then... There we go. That was much more challenging than it should have been. Now we got water again. Oh my god, that's so clean. So clean. Our living space is that much clearer because of these lovely thirsty tanks, which are actually faster than two of those rain tanks combined, I think, which is awesome. The last thing we're going to do today is make an oxygen farm. Now I have a plan for oxygen. I'm going to use sugar beet and sugar electrolysis, and we're going to make a little sugar beet plantation right up top here. And the way I'm going to do this is we're going to first start with garden soil. So I don't want to have to put floating water blocks in here. Luckily, sugar beet can work on farmland, which needs the floating water, or garden soil. And garden soil just works. So we're going to make a bit of garden soil here so that way we can have them float without extra stuff. Can you grow ruby without skylight? Yes, I think I can, because I had the netherrack on top of it just a second ago, and it was doing just fine. No water pump? Nah, I don't have a lot of steam infrastructure. I don't like steam. Steam is bad. Steam isn't dense, you know? It's not as satisfying. What BPM is the sugar beet in? Okay, you actually got me with that. That was pretty fire. 128 sand, 128 dirt. That was easy. And some canola, I think. We need some seed oil, so we need 2 canola. Are there crops that need skylight? No, not technically. If you feed them enough and give them enough nutrients, nothing needs skylight, but it is something that will reduce the effectiveness of most crops. So you'll need to make up for it in other ways. What am I doing? Canola. We should also probably repair our pickaxe soon. Won't fertilized dirt be better? They shouldn't need water either. Fertilized dirt is just a little more expensive than garden soil. So I can make it, but where's the actual fertilized dirt? It's just 2 fertilizer and water and dirt, and it's kind of more expensive. So it is prettier. I agree, Mr. Nibbles. I agree. However, we're poor, so that needs to be taken into consideration first. Let's face the fluid extractor this way. Get our canola oil. It's a circuit 2 craft. And there we go. That's our first little bit of garden soil from Z-Tones. Ugly as sin, but very useful. Where's my... There we go. Grab that. That. Cool. Should probably upgrade my pickaxe one of these days. There should be a better tool head material, right? At some point? Like cobalt or something? And because this doesn't have a required underblock, we can just place this down, I think. I don't know if mobs can spawn on this, though. Maybe we should sleep first? Yeah, for sure. I wish I had more ladders. Do I not? I swear we should. Will you make 2 layers of it? I'm gonna make 1 layer for now and see if there's another crop that we need for anything special. Um, yeah, I think that's the play. Sugar beet, ladders. Not me with my short-term fucking memory loss. Oh no, not the screw recipe. I gotta get a mob replicator soon. Those guys are pissing me off. I think I have 2 iron screws just like lying around somewhere. So let's do that. If only you had a lathe for those screws. Screw you, I hate the lathe. Unironically, though. There we go. We'll do that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Are you full on items? Okay, so that's what I thought. I think we're going to need to amend that. I will grab a trash can. And we'll put that down there for later use. let's plant some sugar beet. I'm going to turn off the harvesting feature of this for now, as I want to propagate the seeds myself with the spade that we have, the reinforced spade. I'll put the first one down though. Why not? That is a 31, 31, 31 sugar beet. Should be pretty quick. Guys, do not talk to me about the lathe, okay? We don't fuck with the lathe. It's a known fact. You can't rage bait me. You can't lathe bait me, okay? I refuse to be lathe baited. Have crops always been this strong but gated by old breeding? Pretty much. I think that's the consensus. Is that they're good but they were just ass to use. It would be messed up but low-key interesting to do a minimum efficiency run. Yeah, it's called an AE2-less run, and there are plenty of people. I think there's someone who's currently doing an AE2-less run. That shit is fucked up. Come on, man. I got the drawer bug again. I think I need all that in my inventory. Handcrafting gate. Yeah, for real. Like unironically, I think what they do is they probably passively automate UXV components, which is fucking diabolical, first of all. But yeah, I have no words for that type of run, honestly. Okay, let's talk about sugar beet real quick. So, sugar beet drops sugar beet, as you might imagine. However, when put in an LV extractor, each sugar beet makes 8 sugar, which is a lot. It's 3.4 seconds for 8 sugar. When we take this sugar and electrolyze it in an MV electrolyzer, we get some water, which we'll probably trash, 2 carbon dust, and 25 oxygen cells for every 32 sugar. This is a lot of oxygen. This is a fantastic source of oxygen, and you need a ton of oxygen to play the game. Like, throughout the game, there's a lot of stuff that requires oxygen. Most importantly for us is going to be our polyethylene line that requires you to feed oxygen into it to polymerize the ethylene. So let's set that up real quick. I'm going to finish putting all this sugar beet down, and then we are going to make a small automation to automatically electrolyze this into oxygen. That is a lot of sugar beet seeds. Holy fucking moly. That should be enough to tide us over. What is stepping over here? They deserve the pit. That's going to give you an absurd amount of oxygen. I want an absurd amount of oxygen. That's what I'm here for. I don't want to think about oxygen. The other thing that oxygen is used for very often is EBF gases. So in order to make the EBF faster, you can often substitute oxygen in on circuit 11. And that's a great way to speed up your game. So having a great source of it is just good for a lot of reasons. I'm hoping that this is no longer spawnable. That is not true. So we got to get some torches here and make sure we cover this all up, otherwise it's zombie central. Unfortunate. Is there any reason you're using sugar beet instead of swede? Yes, because the crop manager can harvest sugar beet, and a 31, 31, 31 sugar beet, I would hazard to guess, is actually faster. In order to harvest swede, you need the HV Enderio crop manager, and we don't have that, so because we're an MV. So this is like a perfect way to just get things going, and it's probably just as fast, if not faster, with the updated crops. Why not just use normal farmland as spawn proof? Because then I would have to like suspend water up there, and it's kind of annoying. I need to light it up anyway to get maximum rates, I believe. So it's not a huge deal. Let's check this. F7. It's looking fairly good. As long as we light up the corners, I think we'll be fine. And then maybe we'll just get that one middle on each side. I think that's good enough. Looks spawn proof to me. Now here's the fun part. We actually get to do the automation. So let's figure out what machines we need. First, we need an extractor. I think we can just take an LV extractor. Let me do a little bit of rate crunching here because we want to see, I think the MV electrolyzer is going to be the bottleneck here. We could do multiple, but I think one is probably fine for passive. This will take 32 sugar every 22.4 seconds. We're going to go to our calculator here. 32 divided by, hello, 22.4 is 1.42. I'm assuming that's sugar beet per second, or sugar per second, more accurately. This definitely gives more than 1.4 sugar per second. This is about 2 per second, maybe more. Yeah, this is over 2 per second. So yeah, we can make one LV extractor and one MV electrolyzer, and that should do it for us. The other thing we're going to want is we're going to want some fluid storage, and there's some really good options once we have polyethylene, but for now, the one thing we have access to is, I think, these HV tanks, which are fine. We'll need to make a little bit of dark steel, and we have plenty of vacuum tubes, so this shouldn't be too bad. Hello, Zigzag Brain. How's it going? I have some Certus tanks. Why do you ask? I don't think piling up Certus tanks would be, I mean, we would need 4 Certus tanks in order to equal one high voltage fluid tank. And there's an automation thing you can do with these tanks because they have a cell input and output that will be helpful for later on. Also, we're going to replace it with a super tank, which has 4 million liters soon. So those are the two things that are on my mind currently. Do we have dark steel just lying about? Because I think I've made some. T-search shows up null for both of these. Let's get this stuff. 1 steel dust, 4 coal dust we don't have, 1 raw silicon we definitely have, obsidian. Let's get the coal. In our steam macerator. Hey, that's running out of steam. Are we out? Okay. Let's fire up the old boilers. Thank you for following. Pecanned Bee. I appreciate you. I guess that just works. Let's also take out some of the stainless here so that way we can get next in queue. We want 2 oxygen cells. Oh, we have 35 dark steel dust already. T-search moment. We also will need some of these conduits here. We'll want some of these conduits. I'm going to try not to use them, but I think our best bet is probably going to be ending up using them. Let me think if there's anything else, because we're going to do transfer node into the extractor, auto output the sugar directly into the electrolyzer here, and then we auto output everything maybe into like a drawer controller, or I guess into a conduit, which can get the carbon into a drawer, the oxygen cells into the tank, and then loop back the empty cells. I think that works. So we'll just use one conduit today, and we'll need to find a way to get rid of excess water, but I think we can do that with auto output and a fluid trash can. Oh, I hate making these tanks. I'm just gonna make 8 of them right now. Good, got my healing axe, and now I can run. I am in the same exact boat. I finally got my healing axe. I'm so excited about it. All right, 2 oxygen in here, circuit 11. That should speed things up a little bit. There we go. 25 seconds. That's a nice sound. 24. How far will 4 mil oxygen get you? Like, if that's all you had for a run? Like, realistically, like HV, maybe EV if you're very, very, like, extremely good about using just the bare minimum. You use so much oxygen in a game. That's a good clarifying question to see, like, how much you need. At the end of the game, you need literal, probably trillions of oxygen, so. I think we should make a ring mold today. I'm kind of tired of crafting those out. No, I'm not. Not that tired. Laziness strikes again. No, what the... What is on circuit 6? What did I just make? A tripwire hook and an impregnated stick. I I don't even know what to say. I'm like baffled. In beta 2, there's no steel dust and smeltery. It's sad to see. Yeah, everyone I know, the content creators that I've talked to, the people that I've talked to, we all fucking hate that change. I really do not like that change. I think it's a very silly and reactive change. But it is what it is, I guess. Can't really change it because I'm not a dev. Well, I am a dev, I'm a sound dev, but they don't really care what I have to say about balancing most of the time. Okay, chillax. There's other ways to get steel. You can make the bricked blast furnace. It's going to require a lot of XP crafting, which is going to be really annoying. So it was the reaction was, in my opinion, the reaction was to content creators pretty much all unequivocally using that as their main method of steel production. So Project Singularity did it, Duck did it on his nether run, I do it on this run, and that just caused one of the devs Or maybe multiple of the... What the fuck is happening over there? There's no electricity in these. How is this happening? Oh my fuck. You guys almost burned down on the first day. I didn't think that these set fire if there was no electricity in them. I'm kind of impressed. We lost someone. Who did we lose? Oh, oh, there he is. Okay. I guess we're putting them indoors for now. There's Annie. There's Six. There's Spilled Pine. Whackers. Neg. That's so weird. I had no clue that that was how that worked. I'm glad we caught it. I know there's like a 1 in 8,000 chance every tick for that to cause an explosion, so we had a little bit of time, but not that much. Alright, let's get this extractor crafted. That's the recipe for you. You, oh god, not the electric pump. I hate making those things. Okay, what are we missing? We are missing copper wire, silicone rubber ring or rubber ring. I can make rubber rings with a knife, I think. Let's just try to wing the recipe because I think I remember it. It's knife and rubber plate, right? There we go. Okay, copper wire, bronze tubing. We don't have any of that. That's awesome. Tin rotor. Fuck you, tin rotor. And tin screw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. And then let's grab the copper wire. I gotta switch up the music. This is a little too... It's too much whimsy to that. Yeah, okay. Someone says, who cares about faster steel? It just helps get rid of the tedium of super early game. That's like my main point, right? I think the pack has so much to offer. And so many people are just instantly turned off because the early game is just, there's so many things that are just blatantly annoying to be annoying. And like removing things that allow you to skip through the annoying to be annoying stuff, like waiting 6 minutes to get a single steel ingot, I just I don't really understand it. I feel like there's like thousands of hours of content that is being locked behind some very like silly stuff. I just blows my mind. Put on some Christopher Larkin. You're you're a genius. This is basically a Hecuba stream at this point. Love it. Okay, let's see if I can make the extractor. Lovely. That's one. Must have a generator somewhere. Wow, I have never, never made an LV extractor. That is how useless this thing is. And I don't think I have an extra... Okay, this zombie's really pissing me off. Can you not? Can you not? He's shaking his head at me. Is the Christopher Larkin actually on? Why is my Spotify so tweaking today? Come on, man. Moss Grotto does not want to play. All right, there we go. That's there. Advanced electrolyzer should be quite easy. It's just the machine hull. This is the recipe. Grab that. Grab that. Silver wire. We should have actually a ton of silver now. You did make an LV extractor for oil bears. I made an LV fluid extractor. I did not make an LV regular extractor. For some reason in GTNH, those are two different things. Funnily enough. What's your favorite Hollow Knight soundtrack? Easily City of Tears by a huge long shot. There's that. Let's make an extra combustion generator. Perfect. That's not bad at all. And then finally, let's go grab our tank that we need. The HP tank is 2 dark steel plates. Vacuum. Yeah, okay, we can do all that. Coral Chambers is good. It's definitely good, but the magic of City of Tears has never left me. I guess let's just see if we can craft this shit out outright. It's gonna piss me off that we have 4 vacuum tubes missing from my even stacks. Hello, Puffy Flaw. How's it going? I haven't been able to hear any of the music in VODs wholly based. Yeah, copyright and such. Okay, do we have one more? Oh, we have one more electric pump MV. Is this... Praise the Lord, that is so easy. That should be a quest, actually. Our first high voltage fluid tank, which holds 256,000 liters of any fluid, which is 256 cells, buckets, whatever you want to call them. Let's set up our automation then. I will need some drawers. Let's get drawers. Conduit, drawers, translocator. There's a trash can over there. I got a fluid trash can. I think I have everything. Let's clear out our inventory a little bit for my sanity. I'll put the thirsty... I'll keep the thirsty tank somewhere over here. Don't need the Certus Quartz tank for now. Okay. Apologies for my bitrate in the rain, but we have everything we need to finally get this sugar turned into oxygen. So let's set up our line, shall we? The first thing we need to do is get storage for our... Hold up, pause. The first thing we need to do is store our sugar beets somewhere. I'm gonna try to fight off the, there we go. We're gonna put a trash can over here to void the excess of our ruby stuff and the excess of our sugar beet as well. And I'm gonna lock this real quick with a drawer key so that way this can never change. Now, this should slowly start to cycle through all the crops that are here and like delete the ruby dust little by little. But it has a lot to harvest, as you can probably see. There we go. should trickle in very slowly. Now from here, we want to move our items into the... There we go. Let's do this first. From here, our sugar beet gets moved directly into the basic extractor to get turned into sugar. And I gotta change the output direction of this. There we go. That should come in. We can power that up right now, actually. Let's grab potent pipe and our paintbrush. I'm going to silence this. The next step is our advanced electrolyzer, which we are going to auto output the sugar directly into. And I guess we could just hook this up to power as well. We gotta make sure very carefully not to blow things up. So I'm going to make sure that this MV combustion generator never touches the basic extractor. Otherwise, we're kind of boned. Light fuel is propagating. What do you think of the new toolbox? I haven't tried it yet. I should eventually get one of those, but I'm really bad about going out of my way for quality of life that I should have. Oh, the trash can isn't connected. That's a good call. Thank you. Now, finally, if we add cells to this, this should take 22.4 seconds and it will output three different things, which is carbon, liquid water, and our very coveted oxygen cells. Immediately what I'm going to do is have this face downward and auto output the fluids into a fluid trash can because we don't really care about the excess water. So the water is going through 1,000, one bucket at a time, and we have our outputs that we have to deal with. So I'm going to put an item conduit here, an oak drawer here, and we're going to put our high voltage fluid tank right here. I'm going to extract on black, always active, and insert into here with a priority of 1. And that should prioritize putting the carbon dust into this oak drawer. The second priority is to insert on black into here. And these oxygen cells, the filled cells, will go through the input, deposit the oxygen, and get the empty cells out. We can then take this extract on white channel, always active, and insert these back on white channel, and the cells should infinitely loop. Perfect. So what we end up getting is fluid oxygen out, the cells loop perfectly, and then we'll need to make a void overflow upgrade for our carbon dust. That was actually so much simpler than I thought it was going to be today. I thought we were going to be struggling with that for a little bit. Let's make a void overflow upgrade real quick. So that's a good point. Maybe after I make polyethylene line next stream, we can get the toolbox. Thank you for letting me know. That seems like a good investment. Okay, we have everything but red alloy wire. The toolbox is the best thing ever. It was Corms who made it, right? He is very good at making good quality of life stuff, especially for early game. Surely the oxygen fills before the drawer. Not if I'm like constantly eating it. Yeah, we do need to find a way to store more oxygen very soon because this is not enough. I guess I can just get a couple of cells right now. Start using it for like blast furnace recipe. Just gonna check that there is in fact a stainless steel oxygen recipe. Yeah. So that actually cuts down our blasting time from 85 seconds to 60 seconds, which is really helpful. That is That is huge. Making an absurd big tank, not my thing. We're gonna go super tanks. Super tanks are much more economic on space and just general vibes, in my opinion. What's up, bro? Okay, the final piece of the puzzle, making sure that our carbon never stops the automation from making more oxygen. And as you can see, we are actually like we're floating in sugar beet. We're swimming in it, one might say. We already got 1,000 of it. It's been running for like 5 minutes. The oxygen is already flying into our system. We've got 160 buckets of oxygen. I would highly recommend that you make this if you're looking for some if you're looking for some oxygen. English. So, I think that was a great stream today. We got the healing axe. We had magic help us complete the quest book and do some progression. I guess I should probably get footage of me claiming some stainless steel. We haven't made the full stack yet, but here is our first couple of stainless steel ingots. Not quite enough to finish the quest that is in MV, but this should be enough for us for now. And yeah, let's call it there. I think I'm happy with that. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate you guys. Let me sleep real quick and I will raid us off to someone new. Oh, the rain stopped. Lovely. Okay. Who's playing today? Who are we gonna raid? Let's see who I'm following. Who's on? Glistu's on. Oh, Glistu's on. Yeah, this is a brain, no brain. So Glistu is playing Project Singularity, and I've actually gotten back onto the server and I've started doing some stuff with Project Singularity. So you are going to have a great time with Glistu. We've all teamed up and we're making one big mega base. So Project Singularity is not over, I guess. But yes, let's go raid, and I will say the stuff that I normally say. Thank you for joining me. Be kind to yourself and others. Do the best that you can. And go out into the world. Sometimes doing things is hard, literally. Like sometimes going on a hike, going on a walk, getting out there, hanging out with people, putting effort into a new thing. It's hard. So sometimes it's worth it though to go out and put that effort in. And if you can, I highly suggest you do it. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you guys have a great time with Glistu. Peace, everyone.